parted ways with his trainer, Stefan LaRouche, as of late. Keeping busy on Pro Box TV. He's been fighting primarily in Florida, now back in Kazakhstan, and taking on Kane of fighting at home for guys like Jukembayev, for King Gardner. You know, Ray, we've talked about the pressures. King Gardner, he was talking about the opposite. Coming up in the tickets in order to get on shows often, you're worried about who needs British small hall system. You're tasked with selling tickets. He said, I don't have to worry about any of that tonight. I just get up.
Our road warriors, the great road warriors.
On the plane, and I worry about fighting.
Well, there you go. A lot of guys, a lot of guys like fighting better on the road. Selling tickets, they just have to worry about fighting. Put on the best show possible. For that reason, they don't have to worry about the hometown crowd. Well, just obviously, you know, Gardner's standing right.
Jukembayev, a southpaw pressure fighter, lots of volume.
Right in front of him, he's not worried about his power at this point. And he's willing to take a couple of shots to test it.
Gardner's been involved in some terrific fights. Central area title type level, regional level. It's again in the central area.
You know, again, but Batir touching him with the punches, nothing heavy yet. Now he's got a few. You know, he's walking him down. It's just systematic. There you go, a few more heavy punches. Touching him with the punches. Just fight for the southpaw stance. Now, as you notice, Corey, what do you notice? A lot of Kazakh fighters, everyone's a southpaw, obviously, but I think they see the advantages of fighting in their system.
Yeah, putting the power.
Fighting from a southpaw stance. So a lot of them are taught that.
Hand out front.
Correct.
We've seen some legendary, like Miguel Cotto, adapt their style the other way.
Well,
fighters, you know, like Oscar De La Hoya.
I'm a converted southpaw. My 6th amateur fight, especially one who can punch. And that's why I got more use. My trainer converted me. Said, look, nobody's going to want to fight a southpaw out of my left hand. Fighter to convert him to southpaw, so he get more use of that. Marvin Hagler was converted. He was an orphan, like you said, the power hand in front. Good
shots on his arms here in the early going, but those body shots, no way to kick there from Jukembayev. Gardner catching a lot of these shots. Catch those.
You know, and another thing you have to watch. Touch it, boom, boom. They change, Corey, is that the Kazakh fighters, they change speeds on you. Speeds, which a lot of fighters don't do nowadays. And that's...
Quick shots about 10 seconds ago, split the guard.
Great thing. You gotta know how to change speeds.
Hard. Kane Gardner, which has been high. 90% of the offense here in the opening round. And tight through the opening 3 minutes. Offered up by Jukembayev, who lands one last right.
Hell of a fighter too, and he's a real good
round for Batir Jukembayev. We'll see. Round 2 underway, dominant opening. If the inactivity of Gardner in that opening round, he's a little bit puzzled by what he's looking at here from Jukembayev. Well, was him just kind of gathering some information, or whether he could
tight guard, high. But, you know, because Batir is moving forward. He's got to let his hands go. Because Batir's moving forward, and you know, you got to keep him off him, throw more punches. And Gardner got to do something. Can't keep letting him get that close.
Crowd getting loud here in Astana. Needs support of Jukembayev. Climb back up the world rankings as he climbs the ladder with those combinations. But one of those deemed to be low. Very stern warning for a first warning there for Jukembayev.
Just touch him, yeah, but you got to go low. Slow him down. Jukembayev, he's got to learn. You know, he's got a guy backing up. So, once in a while, it's going to go low. Guys moving like that, you got to slow them down. The only way you do. Just keep going there, though. You got to keep going to the body. You guys with body shots.
Extra zip on these shots. Bayev's trying to put a... And to this point, guard offense.
No. Guard is just keep moving backwards.
hasn't really given him a reason to second guess any of his options.
Can't keep doing it against the Jukembayev. Step to the other side. Step to the other side. You got to give him something else. You got to fight on angles. Show him different movements. Show him different angles.
Hard body shot again there from Jukembayev. Gardner, but you saw the head move. I have that right hook connected up top. Raised off the glove.
Now Jukembayev's letting his hands go. Which is what you want to end this fight. Just slowly start moving your hands. He's not getting in, but you got to start doing. You want to slow this guy down. The opposition back from Gardner.
10 seconds of the second round. Hunting Gardner around the ring. That lane. Left hand knocked him off balance. That'll do it for the second frame.
Oh, and Corey, see that? There you go. He's got to start slowing him down, as I said. And the only way you do, he's throwing too many headshots. Once you tap him with the body shot, the headshots will be there. Right on the body. There you go, right there. Stay there. Stay on the body. When you start too many headshots, and Gardner's covered up very nice. Just your back. Keep banging that body until you close the distance. See, but he's not getting, and he's not getting any opposite. Then go to the head.
Into the sport for to test myself against the best. Kane Gardner said, this is what I got. See where I'm at. He knows that he can go back home, but he wants to see where he's at against a world-ranked fighter. Like maybe fight for a Commonwealth title, maybe look towards a British title. Batir Jukembayev, who's on a roll here in the early going.
But if you want to get to the next level, that's what you want to do as a fighter. So I admire that about you. You gotta let your hands go. You know you're fighting in the guy's backyard just by letting your hands go. You can't so you got to give a chance every opportunity to win, not letting Jukembayev come forward without getting any opposition to that right now. I know he's trying to counterpunch, but you got to do more than
Jukembayev, you're in there with someone like Gardner, who to this point, well, if you're in a position like this, Ray, isn't opening up a lot. He's behind that frame.
Well, you run to his body. You got to drop look.
Defense, it's high and tight.
Yes.
What are you trying to do to get him to open up?
Body shots, so he'll start dropping his hands. Keep pumping the jab, but drop that right hand. To the body. Right hand to the body, left hook to the body. There you go.
Nice left hand.
Bring your hands back up.
Make it two.
Jab like you're doing, keep busy with the jab, but throw them right hands to the body. Keep throwing that body till you get closer. You hit him with a few right hands.
That uppercut to the body.
But you gotta start tapping the body too.
Body in the left hand immediately, doubling up with the left hand.
Jukembayev does that very well. Gardner knows you can't win this fight backing up. Gardner for two reasons. The guy's too high boxing IQ. And you're in his backyard. So you've got to do something different.
Jukembayev had gotten away from the jab this round, starting to lead with that jab a little bit in the second round, was just kind of walking towards Gardner a bit more, and wouldn't you know it, finding some more openings.
Throws punches, stops. You got to fire back. You got to fire fire.
Good body work there from Jukembayev.
When Jukembayev tap back, Corey, that's the way you show the ground fire right back. Let the judge do the last guy for free, or show them judges. Yeah, he touched wrong punches.
10 second body as well there from Jukembayev. Of round 3, good straight left hand, and one to the bottom as we head back to the corners. Weighed just above the 140-pound limit. Jukembayev, as we pointed out, ranked number 14 by the WBA.
I like what he's doing, but if he's gonna, you know, Corey, the other thing about Jukembayev, I like him to pro ranks. You gotta start moving. A blind man will be able to hit him. You got the, you know, his head side to side. He comes forward, he goes back in a straight line. That's the amateur days. You gotta move your side to side, side to side. To have better success, he's got to learn to move. As he climbs the ladder, he wants to fight better, come side to side, step to side, not in a straight line.
Nice right hook there from Jukembayev.
Line.
Beautiful timing.
But Gardner, there it is, straight line.
Yeah, nice right hand there from Gardner. You see him smiling.
Countered him with a hook too.
Through his guard. And a dream opportunity for Kane Gardner here.
When Jukembayev hits him with punches, he's got to roll underneath. Bend them legs, roll underneath.
Stiff left hands, back. Second one mostly blocked. Up Gardner. But as we talked about before the broadcast, not only do they wear you down, but you might actually feel the reverberation. Sometimes even shots that are hitting gloves, hitting arms, of those shots.
And it looks good to the judges. You're that peekaboo style. Because you got to be able to fire better throwing punches. The other guy ain't. I never was fat. And when your hands are that high and that tight, you fire back in time to catch the other guy. He's already out of range. Can't. Careful.
He looks for that left hand once more.
Now, I like what Jukembayev
using a few more foot feints here, trying to get Gardner to open up.
I'm doing, step it over. There you go. He's cutting off the ring. He's waiting for Gardner to open up effectively. Gardner's not doing that.
Gardner's corners.
Jukembayev is waiting for Gardner to throw some punches so he can counter. There he
screaming at him to stay on the outside.
Jukembayev, there you go.
10 seconds here, round 4.
There you go.
His timing left. There right at the bell from Jukembayev.
If he wants to win. Now, if you're just in there to put on a good show, the Gardner can clown all he wants. He's got to let his hands go and go to distance as the opponent. Well, then you keep doing what you're doing. Okay, there you go. There you go. See, Gardner's underneath the punches. It's going back. You can't fire back with anything. You can't counter with anything. Underneath, there you go. Catching most of them, but he's waiting. And Jukembayev just keep coming forward. It's like Gardner's contempt going to distance. See.
Jukembayev and Kane Gardner has been mostly one-way traffic. Round 5 underway. For Jukembayev thus far. And credit to Gardner. I mean, he's taken care of himself thus far. It's not like he's been blasted with any weight.
Right. And no, he's not getting hit with everything heavy, but he's getting
anything heavy.
No.
But his moments have been few and far between.
Hit a lot. That'll still break you down. You stand right from your hand. Move your head a little bit. Jukembaev's him up. There you go. He's got to break him down. He's got to break that body to break him down. Open.
Tries to reach around with that right hook to the body.
It seems he's adapting pretty good. I like Jukembaev. I like him as a pro.
Yeah, we've seen the difficulty of dealing, Ray, with fighters a couple times when Jukembaev really starts rolling and moving his feet with this kind of new age Kazakh style. Guys that they can do it all while they're moving forward.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Have to choose between pressure and footwork and movement.
Most of them are very high skilled, high boxing IQ. Most of them are going to be very successful in a shorter period of time. You come from an extensive amateur career. So look. Oh, good punch.
Yeah,
good straight left
hand. Gardner to open up momentarily and beat him to the there from Jukembaev. Got car punch with that left hand.
See?
Still timing shot there again by Jukembaev. Counter left uppercut to the body. It's something you really perfected under. You know, Ray, one of Jukembaev's favorite shots is that Stefan LaRouche in Montreal. He hasn't really had enough that shot off.
Correct.
Opportunity to land that because Gardner isn't getting close enough for him to get.
Good analysis, Story, and I'm going to tell you, but closer distance, throw more power shot. There it is. But he's doing what he has. He's touching him with the jab, but now he's trying to clear through it there. That's a very effective punch for a lot of guys. But this, I tell you, Jukembaev does a lot of southpaws. Pacquiao was great at it. Does it very well also. Throughout the fight, he's been
closing moments here.
Been doing it. You slip to the left and throw that uppercut.
Of round 5. Looks like we'll have left hand. It's starting to catch guard head to the corners early.
Yeah.
Another easy one for Batir Jukembaev. A little bit off guard. And probably after banging away to the arm.
And he's got nothing coming back. So why wouldn't he just keep throwing headshots?
Because he gloves so often,
yeah.
That guard's not quite as tight.
No, and he's got nothing coming back to keep him off of Gardner. Gardner doesn't. There it is. Jukembaev's just creating a space, do anything to keep him off of him. There in the distance.
Double right hook there from Jukembaev.
Jukembaev is systematically breaking him down. I like him a lot. He's going to be a headache for a lot of guys. Systematically breaking. And I tell you what, I like him 140. I know the fight's not over and anything can happen, but I like him as a pro. From what I see right now,
Gardner showing a little. I want to be fair to Gardner as well because I don't want us to get more upper body movement here in this round. And you know best that Gardner's lack of activity so far is above what he's seen in live action. So a lot of this, maybe him just indifference in the fight. The reality is this is levels of just trying to download that information, but Jukembaev.
Look, Gardner's a pretty good fighter.
Yes, just thinks a lot faster.
Well, you're just saying. You're absolutely right. A real good fighter, but Jukembaev is a level above. Look good. Like right here. He's fighting him back. He's standing in a fight. So it's made him look mediocre at times. The other time, Gardner's fighting him back. Look, he's taking everything that Jukembaev could throw. You know, maybe back on his home soil. He'll beat most of these guys. I agree. I think if you see Gardner gets another opponent, guys, but he went to a strange, he can fight. And at times he's successful, doing pretty right homeland of Jukembaev, and he's fighting the best. There, that right, that jab. But it's not. He's keeping it active. He's keeping Jukembaev off him. Enough. Okay, now there you go.
Jab.
Better than he has any other rounds previous.
Yeah, as we pointed out, I think Gardner this round from Gardner.
I've seen him throw more punches this round than six.
They're trying to find a little bit of a rhythm here in this round.
I agree.
It is the best round of the fight for Gardner. whether you think that he's won the... I'd have to say this round or not. Gardner offering a lot more up. You see the head movement there, getting underneath the right hook of Jukembayev. This round, as Jukembayev offers up another right hook. Gardner corner, very encouraging, liking what they're seeing in the body. A little bit of optimism, as you can hear, in the corner of Kane Gardner.
Right there, Jukembayev's right hook is breaking in a few times, hitting him on the arms, hitting him. No, look, in the elbow, you're hurting him. You're breaking him down. Just keep throwing them hooks. Keep throwing them hooks. You can hit him.
Keep it going.
See if Kane Gardner can build upon. Round 7 underway. A more promising 6th round there. His corner liked what they saw, offering a little bit more movement. Gardner offering his jab up a little bit more. He's got a big hole to climb out of here, Ray.
No, I don't know about Gardner, but he's big getting hit. He's swelling. Just got to be a little more active. No, Corey, well, he's swelling a little bit, but it isn't any more than he did earlier round. So, look, keeping his hands a little tight. He doesn't look any more swollen than he did earlier. He's touching Jukembayev counters. He was successful counter the last couple of rounds. Let's see if when he throws the punches.
The success, that lead left uppercut with the way the guard. Jukembayev starting to find a little bit. Is framing up. Jukembayev has the
punch. When he leads to his left and throws that uppercut,
hand speed to get that shot off.
Well, that's the thing. That's been the most effective. Throws it to the body. Even if you miss the body, you get
Jukembayev.
Even those punches, they do a lot of damage. Catch the chin. There he is. The Gardner, they look good to the judges. Gardner's not throwing anything back, so of course, it's not look good to the crowd. And Gardner scoring points.
Well, that's a good point too about the body language, because they were moving him around.
Yeah.
It looked bad or good. Right, Gardner caught a lot of those shots, but the weight of those shots good to the judges in Jukembayev's case.
Correct. A few seconds ago, they caught him. He caught Jukembayev. Why not go? And Gardner just threw a counter right hand. Go back to it immediately.
See if Gardner is able to truly open up here down the home stretch. Again, we've seen Gardner in wars against nice step back counter left hand there from Jukembayev. McMillan against Jamie Robinson on the British Jukembayev. And Gardner, a lot more domestic scene, but this is levels above that with Jukembayev than we've seen him in recent fights.
I mean, he's not just getting blown up by no means. No, but he's in the just, I'd like to see him be more active. This is a lot closer fight. It's an entertaining fight. Don't let this fight. You know, it's one more.
Gardner ducking under that.
One-sided. It is an entertaining fight.
A big swinging right hook there of Jukembayev. And that'll wrap it up for the round. The 3 to go here in this 10-rounder between Batir. Here in the 8th round, Jukembayev and Kane Gardner. Jukembayev coming out hot. I was interested to see, Ray, if Jukembayev would kind of turn up the tempo again here in the 8th round. It's aimed to the fact that Gardner is very defensively responsible. It felt to me in the 7th round like he had resigned. He's not going to be able to blow him out. Started to box a little bit more now.
But Gardner's a sneaky.
Oh, he's bringing a little bit more aggression again in the 8th.
Yeah. But you can see that. Jukembaev's being cautious. Oh, good more power punches. There you go. But he's throwing a lot of, let his hands go more, as you said. I love the fact that Gardner's, making this an entertaining fight. Jukembaev's not walking through, but he's firing right back. Look, Gardner's been by no means. He's just controlling generalship. Right now, that's big. That's a big point with judges. Reach center ring. Ring championship. Who's controlling center ring? And Jukembaev's been doing that. But Gardner stays close.
Straight left hand right down the middle there from Jukembaev. That one might have had an impact on Gardner. Gardner not grinning at the moment. You wonder, there's the smile returning, if he's feeling the effects of that straight left hand.
Now watching Jukembaev in the corner, and he's breathing he's exerting a lot of energy. That, heavy, but he's been active, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, because this guy's making him work. But as you can see, they're very well conditioned, both fighters. Gardner's making him work. But he's very... And fight.
See that little...
Jukembaev is maybe doing a lot more than he thought he would have to do to win this.
Jukembaev, which often works against other fighters, is not so that he can come over the top. Gardner not falling for that.
Yes.
Working tonight. Trying to just paw that guard down.
Yes. No, that's a good point. Especially when you fight a guy who's on with the one hand and who's sneaking a straight left or straight right with the other. Opposite hand of you. You try to knock it down. And Jukembaev try to do that. Knock down the jab.
2 straight left hands. Right to the body of Kane Gardner there.
So straight left hand.
From Jukembaev, who himself is dealing with
up. He's being touched up by Gardner.
And now touching up Gardner. Swelling underneath both of his eyes.
Oh, he's being touched.
And that will be ruled a slip.
I didn't even hear the bell. Corey, there you go again. He's touching with the jab. He's hitting him on the gloves a lot now, or trying to. But there you go, the gloves a lot, exerting a lot of energy, but going around the poke. But keep that pressure on. But there you go. Oh, Gardner sticking out there, letting know he's there.
I'd say good restraint from Jukembaev. By the end of that round, he had an opportunity to land a really late shot.
Yeah.
As we begin round 9 of this 10-round, it might have cost him a point or worse.
Last couple of rounds, been boom. But I'm telling you, Gardner kicked more. Both guys have picked up the pace. Both fighters. Keep moving backwards like that. Keep moving.
Loving the energy of the crowd right now in Astana.
Backward, he's gonna get caught with something.
Jukembaev, for a while, he was just running after Kane Gardner. As things stabilize into a boxing match once again at center ring.
If Jukembaev wants a chance to win, by the time he steps back, Gardner gets a chance to rest. Don't let him rest. Stoppage, then he's gonna have to be more active. Because every last 2 rounds, you're in good shape. You're throwing punches. Make Gardner fight you back. Where you work for this. Keep the heat on him. When he opens up, you catch him with something.
2 straight left hands there from Jukembaev.
Or you can keep just do what you're doing, and you're going to win a unanimous decision. Stop it. You wouldn't be more impressive in front of the home crowd. But you'd want to...
The point you made a moment ago there, Ray, that, Jukembayev, I think, is more... It's a good mostly wanted this fight at mid-range where he can get full extended side. I think Gardner would allow it, but he hasn't really on his shots. He hasn't forced Gardner to work on the wanted to go in there.
And I think, and as you step up on infight, close fighting, infighting is a big competition in the pro game. You have to have a very big part of the pro game with a guy like this. So why not work on it?
Inside the final minute here of round 9.
There you go. He's jab and throwing that straight left to the body. The slow.
Hasn't been able to slow him.
Gardner down.
Down quite enough for his liking thus far.
Caught a lot of punches. Hasn't thrown as many back, but Gardner, to his extent, is in great shape also. He's a well-schooled fighter also. Southpaw, especially in his backyard. So he just knows it's a difficult fight to do to go the distance.
Here in round 9, Jukembayev. Seconds tick away on the hunt. Eats a couple of right hands there from Gardner. In this one. Crowd on their feet here. We've got 1 round remaining. Astana, they want to knock out Batir Jukembayev. Crafty all night long. Wants a knockout, but Kane Gardner has been pretty...
Gardner's going to get out too. And a lot more bigger fights in his backyard. Get a lot of fights, more fights as a road warrior in England. Because he's gone the distance, and he gone the distance in Jukembayev. Jukembayev was a world-ranked fighter and backyard.
When Gardner, in interviews leading up to this, I'm going to give it my best shot here in Kazakhstan. We'll see what happens. He was pretty realistic about that, Ray. He said, listen, but then I want to go back home. I want to look at maybe some English title fights. He raised his stock. But right now, it's Jukembayev who's raising the Commonwealth title fights. And you're right, this will probably temperature with some combinations on the inside.
Yes. He'll specifically one, and I'm sure hey, I know some English promoters, and I'm sure he'll have an opportunity to win some fight for a title in Cannock, England. At this impressively as possible. Designed effect at this point. Jukembayev just trying to win his most. To go the distance, just beat him the easiest way possible.
Yeah, you see Jukembayev dropping.
And he's doing
his hands a couple of times this round. The body language is almost suggesting that.
Look, it's hard to, when a guy's.
He's frustrated that he can't quite break this man.
Right. Going to fighting on defense all night. When he's looking to just go the distance, best way possible, the most impressive way possible. It's hard to knock guy out. You beat him, and that's by letting your hands go, throwing punches, promoters, and punches, looking good to the crowd, to the judges, to other for bigger and better fights.
30 seconds, round 10. The final 30 seconds.
There you go, Gardner. There you go.
Of this fight.
Jukembayev got to fire back with him. Throw punches back.
On the inside there from Jukembayev. Gardner heads.
Hey, there you go.
Nice little uppercut to the perimeter. Looking at. And he will do so. Hear the final bell on his feet. Bell about 50 times.
They better get a better sound.
It's so loud here in Astana. They had to ring that
bell because I can't hear nothing. All in all, that was an impressive win.
And a gutsy effort from Kane Gardner. Ray, we saw even in this fight, as we'll take a look back at some of the highlights from the previous round, I mean, why Jukembayev could be so entertaining. This fight was entertaining on its own, even with a guy like Gardner.
Yes, look good against a guy
right,
like
but
like
imagine Jukembayev, as we've seen in the past against, was mostly in defensive mode.
Right, it's hard to
guys like Matthias against a guy with a similar mindset. That
140 spot division. You could see that.
it's just all-out warfare.
Oh no, this is gonna be a headache for anybody in the. And I tell you what, he's only a couple of fights, and I'm sure enough American promoters won't want to give that up. He's away from a world title fight. Only a couple fights away.
It's away for a world
There
championship
you go.
too.
That's a future
Look
world
at those
champion.
uppercuts. Looks like he's only a couple fights.
There you go. Future world champion right there. Making his pro debut.